Let's talk Love Island USA, episode 26, part 2 of movie night. And I'm going to run through this real quick because I am exhausted. I am about over this cast and I'm ready to scrap them and start over. I'm over it. This episode starts off with clips from Corbin, and Parmita is just acting so extra. As soon as she pops up on it, she's like, "Oh my god, what the fuck is this?" Like as if she did not know that there was gonna be clips of her and Corbin. And girl, ain't nothing interesting even happened with y'all. Corbin basically it owned up to everything that he said and everything. He's like, that's how I was feeling. He got the ick at times from Kenzie, understandable, especially when she's treating handshakes like kisses like handshakes. They're girl ill. And so yeah, he says basically he found someone that's perfect and gorgeous as him, and he's excited about it, and that's just him. He is flat level surface. Just he thinks he's gorgeous. He thinks that she's gorgeous. These two are made for each other, a match made in heaven, and he has no time for Kenzie. I mean, he just basically owned up to his shit. And y'all so messy, okay? Because why did y'all have to throw clips of KC in there? He had his shit. He had his clips. Like they didn't have to throw that in there, but they did. They threw that little bit in there with him talking to Corbin, and it was unnecessary. Gets pissed because why the fuck are we always going back to that? Exactly. Parmita tells the ladies in Casa Amor she's not scared of Kenzie. Kenzie totally misunderstood what she said and was like, why are you going to be like scared of me? I'm not a scary person. And Parmita was like, and the ladies was telling Kenzie, girl, nobody's scared of you. She said she's not scared of you. Like, move on. Like, don't try to make that a problem. You can't understand. Just say that. The ladies also addressed the whole thing about the Casa Amor girls being more mature than they are that Corbin made. And basically they said the same thing, that the other guys were more mature than them. So it's a wash, like for real. And honestly, the way the Casa Amor girls were sitting there giggling and laughing at people misery, I don't know how more mature they were. So everybody's kind of immature, except for Caleb. Caleb is the most mature one in here. Now on to Kenzie. She is over here. They show her little clips and everything. She didn't get as much smoke as anybody else, like as everybody else, and should have. Okay, because at this point she was acting like one of the guys. She is over here just like unsincere. Okay, a female sincere, and I don't understand why she didn't really get that much smoke. The ladies did tell her about herself, telling her that she was kind of like sincere, and she was kind of wrong for what she did. She apologized for what she did, but they ain't really show much of her. And then here comes Dylan, trying to act like he's so sad with his performative self. Like, he is so unbelievable. Him in this face that he keeps doing now just drives me crazy. I'm just like, boy, ain't nobody even concerned about you. He's talking about his little thing. You just got there. Okay, calm down. You just got there. She's been doing this. They did crack me up when one of the, what's his name, was like, you like him and she likes you and she likes you. Dylan, she likes you and she likes you, and like for real. She's like for everybody. And Jen, girl, this is why she took your man too, because, for you to sit there and say, oh, I didn't say nothing to these bitches about the kiss and everything, girl, that was unnecessary. Ain't nobody care. Like, you're about to be out of here because you don't have a connection. She stole yours. So I don't know what that little comment was for. And even after all of that, Caleb actually took it like a champ. He's the most mature one for being the youngest one there. And basically, she gaslit him and nobody came with the smoke for her. Okay, y'all. He basically says that, he wish he explored more and didn't put that much time and energy towards her because she was lying to him. So, and that was fair. They move on to another clip of Sincere and Melanie, where Melanie is kissing her connection, but you can tell, she kind of basically forced herself to do that. We all know that wasn't anything real. But then they show Sincere and he's over here with Amora, and he's telling her that he felt like their connection is like serving him type thing. He's feeling this connection, and Jen points out he can't even look at her when he says it, and I'm like, exactly. Sincere just talks, okay? He just regurgitates stuff. Like, he just talks for no reason. He's saying nothing of substance, and it's like so sickening. I'm so over it. When the clip is over, Maura says that, sometimes rejection is protection, and that is the truth because, whoo, she just, dodged that bullet. But then she turns to Melanie and says, she's still trying to help Sincere. They all seem to still try to help Sincere. And she's just like, you know what? But though, Melanie, I'm glad that you was able to explore your connections. And Melanie's like, girl, don't do that, girl. Like, don't do that. Because they're going, well, she didn't really explore. She did a little exploring, but nothing compared to him. And Melanie points that out, and then she just has to agree because, girl, bye, she didn't do anything as disrespectful as Sincere. Finally, they showed a clip to Melanie that he says to Amora, if we had more time, I would have picked you for sure. And she's like, well, if in that little bit of time you felt like you was going to pick her, then why didn't you just pick her? Straight facts. And here go Bryce, like he told me the only person he could see himself outside the villa with is you. Like, please, everybody just trying to gaslight this girl is crazy. All for Sincere. When y'all could clearly see that he's so foul. Melanie points out the only reason that he is still choosing her is because she's a fool, and it's the truth because he knows he has her to fall back on, so he doesn't have to show her respect because he know he has her in his back pocket. And sadly, I feel like he still does. I feel like she knows that, but that he has her in his back pocket, but yet she still lets him play in her face and then apologize for it, and she's stuck. She pretty much put herself in a stuck situation because she opened herself up to him, and she's infatuated with how he looks because there's no conversation, there's no substance there, so it's just basically how he looks and all. And she can't say, she did try to say, I love him, how he makes me feel, he's such a good person, but girl, you've been moping around here the most saddest, you've been crying all summer like you said, girl, give it up. Then to show you how grimy he is, Sincere points out and says, I never pointed out what you did to Corbin. And she's like, what did I do to Corbin? He's like, when he came in. And she jumps up at this point because, like, what? Are you serious? She said, I pulled him for a chat and everything. I never did anything to Corbin. I didn't even kiss him up there. He wanted to kiss. I didn't even kiss him. Like, you see how toxic people are, and then they try to switch it around on you and try to grasp at any straw, try to grasp at anything that they can hold over your head and be like, but look what you did. You done did 20 things to her, and you trying to point out one thing that she was trying to see if there was a connection, and she was paired with him. She was put with him. Are you serious? Like, gaslighter, liar, foul, manipulative. He's all of those things. He says, I don't know what the hell is going on. And then he's talking about, I'm sorry. She said, I don't fuck with a sorry. I hear that. Then she's like, you know what? It's like I'm wasting my breath because you're not seeing it. It's like you can't see it. And he's like, I do see it. And Bryce talking about something, you just got to nod your head and take it and say yes. No, that's again gaslighting. No, he doesn't. He needs to see it. And that's what it is. He don't see it. He don't care. And don't tell him to just be like, oh, just say yes. Just nod your head and say yes. That's not helping at all. Boy, these people so fake in here. And he's trying to say that in the casa, like he's at least he was learning about himself. No shade to Amora. And Amora said, basically though, like you're learning yourself, but at the expense of others. Boom, fact, that part. Then Melanie trying to convince herself that they were so good before he left. Girl, y'all wasn't. He was not. Y'all connection wasn't strong because he was over there with Soul too. So like, in the beginning. So y'all never had a strong connection when it's on his part, only on Melanie's part. Then she says, I'm not going to believe that you like me until you fucking fix it. That shows you right there. She's not going anywhere. All he has to do is fix it. All he has to do, and I'm going to tell you exactly what he has to do. He has to like plan a little date thing. He has to go and have the guy set up something, kind of distract her and then bring her out to eat or whatever, like on the pier or something. And, that's all he has to do. He's going to have to just plan a little something. And one of the guys is probably going to have to give him the idea because it never comes to his mind to do anything special outside of what they're doing. He does nothing special. And that's exactly, he's going to have to do something like that. And then she's going to take him right back because she's going to be like, oh, this is so sweet. I now finally feel like you like me. I promise you. I feel like that's what's going to happen. Then he has the nerve to say, within the 72 hours I've been back, I've been showing you through action. She's like, through action? Like what? Making me breakfast? Oh, okay, thank you. Like that's what everybody is doing. He's really sitting here trying to act like he did something great. And she's like, that's okay, you gave me breakfast, thank you. And she says, when are you gonna fix it? I look stupid. Like, and she says, I like you. And she always, when she tells him off, she also reiterates how much she likes him. And I hate that for her because he is just like a reminder. Like, yeah, you're hurting me and everything, but I like you. So I'm not going nowhere, but make sure that you fix it. She storms off, and Anaya is the only one that goes after her. None of her other girls. Like, I'm like, y'all, what happened to the girl power? Not here. She's talking to Anaya, and Anaya is again trying to gaslight her and talking about, but he really do care. And she's like, I don't want to hear none of that. And she was like, if he doesn't like me, then he could just leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. Like, girl, tell yourself that. You don't have to continue to date him. It goes both ways. Like, you can leave him alone. You don't have to wait for him to leave you alone. That's what she's not getting. And I don't like that Anaya is telling her, oh, he bamboozled everybody and everything. But if you're gonna really be her friend, and I know they just met each other and all, but don't act like you're a friend if you're gonna continue to talk your girlfriend into dating someone that's like that. Outside of here, she's gonna have hella problems. If she have hella problems now, she's gonna have hella problems outside of here. Like, and I feel like if you're just gonna be a genuine friend and everything, you tell her the truth, and then she could just turn around and she could choose to ignore that. But you speak out on the truth, and you tell her you deserve better than that. Like, you big her up, she deserves better than that. But she has to believe she deserves better than that, because otherwise she is not going to change. Last thing I'm gonna say about these two connection here, because he makes her breakfast and blah blah blah, they talk and everything, which is that the episode and everything. But what I didn't like, okay, so now he said that he don't think that she's gonna sleep in the bed, and that she's gonna go sleep and say less or whatever. One of those areas, I might have the area wrong, but she chooses not to sleep there because this cute little owl is out there and everything. And I agree, because I ain't sleeping out there. But the fact that she's sleeping outside and he's sleeping in the bed, I just don't understand that. He's not even chivalrous enough to say, you know what, I screwed up and everything, I could sleep outside, you take the bed. At least offer it so she could say no. Homeboy slept in the bed. That like really pissed me off. He slept in the bed and she slept outside. Even though I know she runs to go outside, you didn't even offer, dude. You didn't even offer. Like, ew. No, thank you. The other thing I wanted to address in this episode is that Anaya went and she apologized to Casey for standing up and coming in his face. And I'm hoping that's just something that she did on her own and it wasn't production telling her that she needs to go and do that. Because, like, yeah, I agree, she needed to apologize for that. So she did. Next day, he pulls her for a chat, and I'm just like, oh, please, can y'all make this y'all last chat on this subject? Because, like, please. But it was funny when he pulled her and she was like, Grandmama is coming, boy. That was hilarious. And he actually sits her down and he actually speaks first without telling her to speak first. I was like, okay, look at who's growing up. So he apologizes and everything because he had all that resentment and she didn't know that he had, and agreed. And they both squashed it and they both tugged it out. And I did love that, for them. I don't like that Casey can't look at you when he's talking. He can't look you in your face, in your eyes, when he's like actually come in and apologize and actually have a conversation with you. And I don't know, something like shifty to me about that. Like a person that can't look you in the eyes, look you in your eyes. Like, that was weird to me, but I was just like, okay, maybe he's just a scary person. I don't know. The girls did go and speak to Kenzie. I did want to point that out too. They told her a little bit about herself. And anybody else being annoyed by the Anaya and the baby. I love Anaya down, but I'm like, please, y'all, with this baby. You know you was wrong, baby. I'm off it. Zach is on the other couch gaslighting Kata, and she's eating it up the same like Melanie, but he, I guess, didn't do as much as Sincere, but he's still a manipulator and she's been manipulated. Mission complete. Caleb does sit down and he talks to Casey and Corbin about Jaden and their connection, which is no connection at all. And he's like, basically, if he doesn't feel like someone's into him and everything, he kind of pulls back. And these two have zero chemistry, so that's that. But he is very mature, and I do like that because I was like, it's sad that he didn't find a connection in here, because he deserves that. But at this point, I feel like he can just go, she can just go, because they don't have a connection in here, and I don't see anybody forming that with them at this time. At the end of the episode, more gaslighting from Sincere can be seen. He is telling Melanie that, when he was younger, that he was always, trying to be a people pleaser. He always wanted to cater to other people's emotions, and that bled over into his adult life. He says he never wants to let anybody down, but yet he's letting down the person that he likes the most in the villa. Phew, boy, if you like her the most, I would hate to see the ones that you don't like. And Melanie doesn't fall for it. She's like, what was people pleasing with you and Soul? That was you pleasing yourself. That wasn't people pleasing. And I'm like, exactly. She was like, I saw you. You liked her. Like, that was a connection. Like, that's fine. Don't lie. Don't sit here and try to gaslight me. That's a connection. Just own it. They cut her over to Kata and Zach. And Kata is like, once is a mistake, twice is, and she can't quite get out the rest of the saying, which is a choice. The second time's a choice. And then Zach, he says, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Basically correct. Because if she's fooled yet again, this is definitely all on her. Which, be prepared, she's going to be fooled again. It's all on her. Here comes Bryce again. He really does like her. But, from the optics, it looks really bad. And he's just basically stupid sometimes. And he is. But he's also a liar. Melanie points out the fact that she felt like she was people pleasing when it came down to Corey, that, she didn't want to hurt his feelings, but never to the extent that he did. And I agree. She didn't lead him on to make him think that she was going to choose him. She did try to explore that, but it just wasn't there. Sadly, it wasn't there from the very beginning. It's always been about Sincere for her. And let me tell you, he's, Sincere says that he doesn't deserve Melanie. And, when somebody tells you something like that, like, you need to believe them, okay? Because he doesn't. And then she's telling him, and she's not believing the words herself, that you don't deserve me. You deserve to be sad. You deserve those things, but you don't deserve me. But yet you keep giving him the best parts of you. You keep on being patient with him and doing those things for him and not for yourself. Says she knows he's a good person. He's just not a good person to her. And she says, she feels like he should lose the connection that they're in. Like, that should be his, that should be his outcome, is to lose her. But, sadly, I don't believe that's true, but we will see. And then America, you get to be messy yet again. And now you get to vote off two couples that you don't think have a good connection. I know for sure. I think Caleb is going. Jaden is going. Please, Kenzie can get on out of here. Definitely Gal need to go. Can we just do it individually? Because there's a lot of people that I need to get. They could go. Like, there's a lot. Anyway, that was it. Can't wait for the next episode. I'm kind of over this. I'm glad that this is ending very, very soon. I hope Melanie, because I'm kind of exhausted on her too. I love her down too, just like Anaya and everything, but I'm kind of exhausted, girl. Not gonna lie. But anyway, until next time, bye.